leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And we're back. Laughter
Hello.
Saves
Live
here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios in beautiful
downtown
Massapequa, New York.
Yeah.
By the Dunkin' Donuts. Richie's Stop There is a Chinese restaurant and pizzeria, and the Long Island Railroad is right across the street. Laughter Saves Lives. Lives is brought to you by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. Well,
Yes.
It's back. Rich Walker is back. Richie hasn't been here for a while, and we couldn't divulge on the air why Richie was here.
Well,
It could have been a vacation. It could have been a medical issue. HIPAA's involved.
Yeah.
All I could say to Rich is I'm glad the rash is gone.
He's
Back. It's
all
gone.
cleared up.
All cleared up. He can put on his shorts again. I can't tell you what the issue was, but it's good to have you back.
Well, I could tell you, but I want to quickly thank Roseanne Sorrentino for filling in for me for the last 2 weeks.
She did a nice job.
She's a very funny gal.
Yes.
Very talented, and thank
Very
you
funny,
for
yes.
that. But no, last week I had a little scare, a medical scare, and I was like emergency visit to a retina specialist for my eye because I started to see a flash on this side, which in the ophthalmologist world is very bad.
Bad.
It could be the start of a detaching of a retina.
Right.
And how they did it, I think it was trauma because I went like this. I was showing
Don't do it again.
I'm not going to do it again.
All
But I
right.
was showing a comic like a machine gun thing.
Right.
And I shook my head and I go, ow, my neck was
Line
killing.
of duty on a comedy stage
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah.
You thought being a
Well-
firefighter was dangerous? Rich Walker on
stand-up
stage.
comedy. So now like I can't even perform comedy. I have to be rigid on stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it turned out to be okay so
Okay.
far. I have to get checked in another month.
Right. But
you,
tell our audience if you see what
if
what did
you
you
see
see?
flashing, like almost like a bright light,
Pan.
like a headlight,
right.
immediately call your optim. They took me right away. There was no, we'll see you in another month.
Right.
or
They
whatever.
were. So I wanted Richie to share that. If it could help somebody else,
Yeah.
fine. And then what did you do with the rash? There was no rash. All right. All right. I'm sorry. I was sharing the wrong thing.
Right.
I'm trying to plan a vacation. I can't. My family can't plan vacations. We're
Really?
horrible. I like Maine. I hear is nice. We've never been. And I'm trying to. They want to bring the dog. You know. What do you think?
I've never been to Maine. We'd like to do that. We like to do trips like that to places we've never seen.
Right.
But if you want,
get recommendations.
You want a recommendation for a place where we went last year? We loved it.
But we wish he wants to bring the dog.
You can bring the dog.
What is it?
We went to
Campground.
You probably won't even get a room now, but for the future, Ocean City, Maryland. We
went to Maryland,
yeah.
but we want to go to Maine.
Yeah,
They both start with an M.
in Maine.
My wife
I don't
would realize
know.
it though. If I said we were going to right, I would say just and she'd go, "Oh, we're going to Maine," and I go, "I'll tell you when we get there."
And then there's a big ocean and
She would know.
a ride.
You think she would know if she fell asleep in the car? I didn't let her see the sign, "Welcome to Maryland."
What's this? The Ramada.
She wouldn't. You know what? My wife is not a traveler, so she wouldn't really know. I don't think.
Yeah.
If she was in Maryland, if
She
I
wouldn't
just said,
see all
"There's
the
the ocean,"
signs on the way
well,
down.
I would make her sleep or something.
Yeah, go
I
to
would give her
sleep.
some medication. I don't think she would notice, really.
That's funny. Maine. What is in Maine? What do you go do in Maine?
It's nice. I hear it's nice. The water.
Did you ever
You know.
do Maine?
I taught in Maine.
Oh.
I taught all around the country. I'm a very smart guy. Rich.
He very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
That's why I'm here, so I could learn.
Yes. So that's the story. I got my second booster yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I boosted up, baby. Booster.
See?
Not yesterday, the day before.
Right.
So I'm boosted to the max. How's your Father's Day?
Good. Good.
What'd you do?
What do we do? Believe it or not, we drove to Connecticut.
Maine.
We went to Maine. No, we went to Connecticut.
I know it sounded familiar.
We travel a lot, me and John.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But or John and I. So we went to what's called the Elephant Trunk Flea Market.
Sounds horrible with the word flea market in it.
You don't like flea markets, John? It's
I call them crap markets.
this is crap. This was a lot of crap. We walked around for hours and hours.
I would bring stuff to flea markets and just drop it off.
You leave it at the gate.
We played. I like to play games.
Yeah.
On Father's Day.
Yeah.
We played cornhole. We played some of that.
Nice.
We played a little basketball with my grandson on his little hoop that I have in the driveway.
Nice.
I'm a game player.
Yeah.
I got up early. If you saw on Facebook, I know you follow me. On Facebook. I was on the beach early, walking on the beach.
Nice.
I like doing
that.
How
far are you from the beach? You do
10, 15 minutes. I'm thinking.
In a car or walking?
No. In the car, it's like 12, 15 minutes. But I think we should walk on the beach together for some pictures for the show in a nice tight Speedo or something. Like a macho laughter saves lives.
You know what would be live?
You know
what would be nice? What if we both wear all white? You ever see those family pictures?
Nice.
They're on the beach,
nice.
all white.
What do you want to wear? You mean you want to wear like a one-piece bathing suit?
Well, how about this? White pants, light pink shirt. Me and you together.
On the beach. Just walking.
That'd make quite a picture, wouldn't it?
I want to thank our PR person. I don't know. Do you know we have a PR person?
Yes.
She's a PR lady. She's a PR lady. Right. Tracy. Thank you. She's getting me on some other stuff. Now, internationally, the next show I'm going on, I forget the name of it.
Where is that? Where are you doing?
I don't know. I she didn't give me the date yet.
It's going to be a comedy show.
It's going to be an interview.
Australia. You're going down under.
8 minutes.
You're going to Australia?
You're going to Australia.
You asked the question. You didn't know.
I'm going to Australia. Well, you got to text it in.
You don't look at the texts?
No, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway.
Good point. Hey, Bobby, can you put up that picture of Butchie's pup? Butch is the producer of our show. I don't know if you know Butch. He comes on the screen 12 times. Yeah. Rocky, his doggy, he had to put him to sleep yesterday. Yeah. That's his buddy. And
only
we just,
5 years old.
Sorry, Butch. Our condolences. I know how much the dog meant to you, and we wanted just to say we're sorry. So there's Rocky, and he had to put him to sleep last night. It's terrible. When you got to put a dog to sleep, it's terrible. We went through it.
Yeah. You have any pets now, John? You have any pets?
We do. We have Bocce, the little doggy. He's like this big. Just when you get tired and you're about to just watch a show, then he starts bringing the ball and barking and barking and barking.
Relax.
And she wants to bring him on vacation. No, I'm going to get in trouble if she's watching this because they love that dog. June 28th, our buddy Pat Marone. He's going to be on Supermarket Stakeout on the Food Network. Watch Pat, DVR it if you can't watch it. See if he wins.
Undoubtedly, he's going to win.
I would think so. He's from New York.
You ever see Pat move through a supermarket?
Yeah. You ever see Pat move? He's a chef. He's a good man. Yeah. So today
we'll be watching on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Today I went for my World Trade Center medical. I want to thank everybody over there. They take good care of us. I go once a year for the medical.
Great.
But I talk too much. You know that.
No.
I go over there. I talk to the nurse. She's talking to me. Wind up talking. She gives me a cup. She says, "John, just go in the bathroom and pee." I'm talking. I go in the bathroom. I said, "Listen," and in my head, I'm going.
You make your little jokes. I don't know if I could fill it. Stuff like that.
My family calls it this type of joke. like, do I have to pee in this? Or should I wait till later? They're always making fun of me because I have old man jokes.
I shouldn't have went right before I got here.
Yeah, old man. You washing your car? Is my car's next, right? Right? Those type of jokes. And sometimes you don't want to go there. And you just do.
You do it anyway.
You just do. So anyway, I walked into
dad jokes.
Yeah, I walked into the office today, and she gave me the cup to pee.
Yeah.
And I go in the bathroom, and my simple mind, just like yours is, you're like mine. Yeah. I'm thinking of a million things. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, before I do this, right? Yeah. Let me just pee.
Right.
Before I do
this,
but this was pee in the cup, right? Before, and I peed, and then I went and walked out. And I go, ladies, they go, you're not the first. You're not the first.
Yeah.
So thank you over there at the World Trade Center Medical. What else? What else did I want to talk about before we go to our first break and bring up first guest? I talked about the bathing suits. Talked about the Father's Day, second booster. Ride with us.
Oh, yeah.
Ride with us. Because of my PR lady, and she's a PR lady. I think it was because of somebody saw me on one of the interviews that she set me up with.
Right, I'm sure.
A show called Ride With Us. It is made with these two wonderful people from Long Island who are putting together a series to get people to volunteer more as firefighters.
That's great.
But they want it to be very different. They don't want it to be the old, hey, we can use you, right? One of those.
Right.
So they're bringing me in for some levity. So I'm going to interview a bunch of guys who are potentially going to be a volunteer firefighter and ask them some serious questions, some fun questions, and it's going to do good for Laughter Saves Lives. We're networking. We're going to meet some people, and hopefully it'll benefit Laughter.
Almost like the pre-Cana of the fireman world.
I'm glad you put it that way.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, we're not going to commercial. We've got 3 kids waiting to talk to.
Oh, yeah, they got to go to bed.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So a few weeks ago,
And thank you for saying something about rock. I appreciate
it.
And I'm sorry. Again, we're sorry for your loss with the pup.
it. Thanks, Greg.
Let's bring in Vincent Frank first. Let's bring in Vincent Frank Bacciagalupe.
Scungilli!
Larocchia the third.
There he is. Big wave. Hello.
Hey, Vincent. How are you?
Good.
Good. How was school today?
Good.
Good. Speak a little louder.
Good.
Good. Yesterday, gym was the special. You have a special class every day. What was today's special?
Library.
Ooh,
Library. Oh, who's the guy behind you?
Just giving it some extra light. That's all.
Very nice and professional.
Look at
All
this.
right. So today, as a special thing, because your kindergarten year is up, we figured we'd bring in 2 of your classmates. Who do we have on tonight's show? Do you know who we have?
Yes.
Tell us.
Tell us.
Ellie and Avery T.
Let's bring in Ellie and Avery T. Great introduction.
All right. There they are.
All right.
Celebrities now.
So what is, hello, Ellie. Let me talk to Ellie first. Hello, Ellie.
Hello.
Ellie Sinclair Montgomery. How are you?
Good.
Good. So what is one thing that you say about the school year this year that was really good?
That we got to learn a lot of cool things.
A lot of courses?
Like a lot of cool math.
Cool math.
Math.
I love math.
I didn't know math.
What is something cool you learned about math?
That the better way to do math is to circle the equal sign or minus sign first.
Excellent.
I have a
Excellent.
math. Can I ask her a math question?
Well, why don't you ask Avery T a question?
I'm going to Avery T. Are you a math student? You like
No.
math?
Yes.
Not
Well,
your-
here's one for all
all
three
right,
of them. Here's a
throw
question.
it out.
If I have $2 in my left pocket
$2 in his left pocket.
and $2 in my right pocket,
Yep.
what do I have?
$4.
Avery T.
Somebody else's pants. That's a lot of
yes,
money.
yes.
You have $4. You have $4.
Avery T had a good answer there.
He did. He got
Avery
ding,
T,
ding, ding, ding,
man.
ding, ding.
All
We're
right.
gonna win a chicken dinner.
Let me go to Avery
He's a
T for a
smart
question.
kid.
Avery T, what was your favorite subject this year?
Writing.
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 Did you write any stories?
Yes.
Can you tell us one of the stories you wrote? What did you write about? You forgot?
You don't remember one story you wrote about. What was interesting to you?
One story.
Superheroes.
Superhero.
Good
I love your
choice.
chair, by the way.
Isn't
That's
that
a cool
great?
chair.
That's a gamer
All
chair.
right, back to Vincent Frank Bacciagalupe Scungilli Larocchia.
Or he said Great Adventure. I don't know.
Vincent Frank,
Yes.
Mr. Sabinski was your teacher for all 3 of you. What did you like most about that wonderful teacher, Mr. Sabinski?
Same as writing.
Writing. He taught you writing? Well, yeah. And you three guys are friends outside of school, right? What do you like to do together?
Play.
Play. All right.
Very
Good answer.
interesting. Yeah.
You got a question for Ellie Sinclair Montgomery?
Ellie, Ellie Sinclair Montgomery. What else did you do? What kind of hobbies did you do in school? What did they have you do that you found really interesting?
Yeah, and fun.
And what was fun time at school? What did you do?
Centers and writing. Like every
Right. These kids are writers.
All right,
obviously.
so you guys are your kindergarten is done as of this week. Are you excited about the first grade?
Yes.
Yeah, Avery?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you like to learn in the first grade that you didn't learn in kindergarten?
I don't know.
More writing stuff?
More science?
Oh,
Man, a
I
minute.
think Avery's watching something else. All right. Avery, think about that answer. We'll get back to you in a few weeks. Ellie, are you going to work over the summer? Do you got a job?
To help chip in.
No job?
No job.
Oh, Vincent Frank, do you have a
Vincent,
job?
He has a job.
No way.
Oh,
No way.
he's lined up this summer. looks
One
like.
last thing.
Gonna
One last thing. Each one of you want to say about the summer. Let's start with Avery, and then we have to go.
Yeah.
Avery, summer.
What are you going to do this summer? Go.
What do you got going on?
Go to the pool and go to the beach.
Great.
Ellie, summer. What are you going to
Go
do?
to Arizona and to the beach and the pool.
She's going to
Oh,
the
she
beach.
flew in Arizona.
Oceanfront property in Arizona.
And Vincent Frank,
Wow.
are you going to spend any time in Grambam's pool?
Yes, and I'm gonna go in the water so deep.
That's right. Good
All
job, guys.
Great job.
All right. Get to bed. Go to sleep.
Give yourselves a round of applause
Good night.
for coming
Oh,
on.
he's going to sleep. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
And so that was Vincent's classmates.
Always my favorite segment.
Me too, because he's
They're
my
so much
grandson.
fun and- no, they're cute. They're
All right,
fun.
so now we're going to go to break, and we'll be back with our first guest tonight, who's our first guest? Is Tom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
"9/11 didn't end on 9/11. 500,000 people were exposed to the World Trade Center toxins and are still at risk today. 68 cancers have been linked, including skin cancers, prostate cancer, breast cancer, blood cancers, and many respiratory illnesses. Fortunately, all victims qualify for free health care, and more than $10 billion is available from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund.
I was a paralegal just 2 blocks from Ground Zero. I had skin cancer and lymphoma.
I worked at Goldman Sachs. I had kidney cancer and respiratory illnesses.
I was a downtown teacher. I had breast cancer. I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
If you were downtown anytime on or after 9/11, call Barasch and McGarry, the lawyers for the 9/11 community. Call today. No law firm has recovered more money with over $2 billion awarded to 9/11 victims. If you worked, lived, or went to school in the exposure zone on or after 9/11, call Barasch and McGarry today.
My father worked downtown. He died of bladder cancer.
I ran from Gateway Plaza in a cloud of smoke as the towers fell.
My mother and I qualify.
I qualify.
Barasch and McGarry's advocacy for 9/11 victims isn't just professional, it's personal. With offices just steps from Ground Zero, they witnessed the pain of the 9/11 attacks and lobbied Congress to pass and permanently extend the Victim Compensation Fund.
I was a downtown court officer. I had prostate cancer in 2007. I qualify.
We all qualify.
kidding.
All right, so I was told at the break
just
I'm
threw my
being
head
a little
forward.
mean to Richie. I don't know if you people out there saw any of that, but it's just not.
Write your letters.
It's
if
not
you feel
going to
John's
change. It's
being
just not
mean.
going to change. No, it will change.
It's so easy
I love
for
Richie.
people to make fun of me.
Yeah,
That's
you know
what I
what?
do.
Because I feel close to him. So our next guest, bringing up from the Jersey side, we're bringing back our old friend. He is an exempt firefighter and a culinary arts instructor.
Nice.
Tom Povinelli. You know, I never asked you for the phonetic spelling. Did I pronounce it right?
You actually did, and any Italian should be able to.
Yeah, but I'm not your regular Italian.
Hey, Tom, turn your phone sideways for me.
You need to give us a chance. We were going to tell him. We were going to get him. Beautiful.
Is that working? Yeah, my computer wouldn't let me log on. Firewall, you know?
Yeah, I get you. It's been a while, my friend.
It has. How are you?
Good. Hello, Ann. Hi, Tom. So we met Tom a long time ago. It's got to be how many years, Tom?
I would say at least 5 or 6.
Wow. Yeah, and we did a show at the Randolph, right? Randolph Fire Department?
Yep.
I'm a show out there. I can't remember who was on it. Good night. I think we did it 2 years ago.
Well, you were on it. That's why it's been 5 years.
5 years. They didn't have us. See, now that was nice. I enjoyed that ding. Right? Bobby doesn't say come in now and go, hey, Bobby's
That's not nice. Don't treat
John
John like
John that way. But if I see something about Rich, Bobby comes in and goes, you shouldn't treat Rich that
You're not
way.
treating him very nice.
We had a hazmat breakfast the other day, Tom, at the FDNY Fire Academy.
Sounds
A
horrible.
lot of people came
Hazmat
that doesn't normally come. There was one person that 7 different guys gave a little dig to. Who was that person, you think? Johnny L. Did I? Right? It means I'm loved, right? And when Liz comes on, Liz always gives me a dig or two. It's because she loves me. That's what I like to think.
Right.
All right. So not only were you an exempt firefighter now, an exempt basically means that you're not active anymore, but you support the fire department, you do stuff for them.
Right. So periodically, once as a volunteer,
right.
Once we get our life membership, then we can go exempt. And once you get, when you get older, where you don't want to be going into burning buildings anymore, and you want to let the young bucks take care of it, this is the way you're covered by the state, and we're able to be put in the boot and fireman's home when we get to that point. So it's I guess a rite of passage.
Right, and that's nice. But you're also a chef, as we know. But not only are you a chef, but you're a culinary arts instructor.
Wow.
Did I say culinary?
And what does arts mean exactly?
Well, culinary arts, cooking, the art of cooking, right?
Okay.
Correct.
To students, to children. How old are these students?
So I teach 9 through 12. And then I do a culinary program over the summer where I take students going into 4th grade and then students going into 8th grade. So there's that fourth grade through 8th grade.
It's hot dogs and hamburgers, right?
What do you start with?
It's an easy program.
What do you start with?
So
we start with our basic breakfasts, and then we move into chopping, cutting, and dicing. We talk about meat fabrication and butchering. When you get to be my my advanced students, we do plate design, and I have a competition team, and so as you advance, then you get put into these different teams. And you could be a competition team, or you could be my banquet team. So it's. See,
there's a sport you could have played.
I could have. I have a question for Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, you are now. Here's the situation.
It's not a math question because I don't even go there because I don't know.
$3 in one pocket. That was a pretty good joke.
$3 in drip. Okay, so here's what you are now. Here's the hypothetical situation. You're face to face with Chef Ramsay for the $10,000 prize. He says you have 30 minutes to make your best meal. What is it? What are you going to wow?
Don't say mac and cheese.
No, you know, when I was growing up, the first thing I ever knew how to make was chicken cordon bleu.
Yeah.
So that was my first dish that I perfected. And I think, I think I would go with the chicken cordon bleu.
It has to be juicy. right? Moist.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, and my mother can attest to it, at the time I had no knowledge of how to reduce recipes. So I had chicken cordon bleu for the entire block. But, you know, it's...
Sounds like we used to cook in the firehouse.
You grill the ham before it goes in there, or you
Correct.
put cold ham?
Well, it all depends. Sometimes I'll do like a roasted ham, and then we'll slice it off, and we'll use that.
I'm a culinary expert myself.
Yeah.
I was at the Olive Garden.
I'm not.
I was at the Olive Garden the other day.
Right.
Do I need to
Ouch.
say
Master Chef.
Ouch.
I know.
Master Chef Boyardee.
Every time I go to the Olive Garden, I send Pat Marone a picture of us at the Olive Garden, and I can see him twitching. All right, so now you said you have a team that competes, and
we do.
You won a prize recently.
We did. We were at a Career and Technical Education's first annual culinary showcase, and that was at the Douglas Payne High School in Newark, New Jersey. They were nice enough to open their doors to host the event. We were the only, each school was tasked to pick a country of origin, and then we had to do 100 small plates of all an entree, a dessert, and an appetizer based on your country of origin.
Wow.
So we chose India because the spices and the aromas and the way to bring things together we felt would be a great chance due to the difficulty to bring something home. And we ended up taking Best at Show for our appetizer.
And what was that?
We made what was known as pabdi chaat. And it's almost like a bruschetta with chickpea on I wouldn't know how you explain it. Almost like a wafer, like you would get at a Chinese food restaurant that you dip in the duck sauce. And then it had various different sauces on it and garnish. That was there, very colorful, packed with flavor, a little heat to it. And the judges chose us to take that first place prize.
Sounds great.
Fantastic.
We got about another 2 minutes. Tell us about the fundraiser you initiated for Laughter Saves Lives Foundation.
All right. So every year our school does a joint venture where they get all the classes together, junior, freshman, sophomore, senior. And we raise money for an organization at the end of the year that we donate to. This year, we chose Laughter Saves Lives as our organization of donation. No problem. It was our pleasure. And we did penny wars, which means that each student would come in. There was like, we used to call them Great Bear water bottles, where we would put we would put pennies in that would get points. Every nickel, dime, or quarter that would go into somebody else's barrel would reduce their tally. Right. And then at the ends, they were all counted up, rolled, and the change was counted, and we were able to raise about $385 for the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation.
That was
Randolph High School.
Excellent. Randolph High School, thank you. That was, I appreciate it. And, starting a little foundation like this, when you get recognized by somebody in Jersey like that, it means a lot. It really means a lot because there's a lot of charities out there. So we thank you for that. We got to go. We will talk to you soon.
Sure.
Can people look you up? You have your own business. You want to plug that? What?
If you just want to follow what our school is doing, we're one of the only comprehensive high schools in the state that's doing a lot of different things with culinary that Votex are doing, which is awesome. So we're on Facebook. You can look us up at Randolph Culinary Arts. We're also on Twitter at my name at Thomas Povinelli, Randolph Culinary Arts. So you can look us up, you can follow us, and follow what we're doing with the competitions.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Tom. Always a pleasure.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tom.
guys. Appreciate being on the show.
Always, Tom Povinelli.
Yeah.
We are going to break, and we'll be back with Liz Gardner.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Rossi.
And I'm Arthur Lee, the creator of LifeVac.
We're here today to announce that to date, LifeVac has saved hundreds of lives. of people who almost died due to choking.
People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those lives is a child. That's why I created LifeVac.
And as a new mom, and from housewife to housewife, I felt compelled to share with you the discovery of this life-saving device.
LifeVac is a simple-to-use airway clearance device. Just place, push, and pull to save a life.
And it costs less than it would take to fill up your car with a tank of gas. Imagine being able to save a life for less than $70.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
That's LIFEVAC.net.
Please don't allow one of your loved ones to become the victim of a choking accident.
We're back. LifeVac saved their first cat today.
That's amazing.
Yeah, LifeVac.
How small is
sponsor of the
LifeVac?
show? They got a small one for
It's a
kids.
little one.
Let's bring in creative arts therapist Liz Gardner. Hey, Liz. Thanks for doing the show tonight.
You're very welcome.
Liz and I, we go back a bit.
Yeah.
Liz, in fact, I think Liz, I don't know if Liz saw the picture on the desk here. Tom Gardner, who was a good friend of mine, used to write some jokes for me. We used to do a radio show together. Tom was lost on 9/11. Liz was Tom's wife. And so we've known each other a while, got to know each other a little better. It's a shame after 9/11. That's just the way it worked for us. So the first question I want to ask you is, I don't really want to talk about 9/11 specifically, but listen, you must have had horrible days, obviously, after 9/11. You lost your husband and all that, but you have done something with your life, really, that I hate when people say, "Oh, Tom would be so proud," because I hate speaking for somebody else, but I know I'm so proud, and I'm sure he would be too. Tell us what you did after 9/11 to come, I don't want to say out of it, but to get your life back a little bit. Is that a good way to say it?
Yes. So
Okay.
we had a lot of friends and family around us helping us. And we also went for counseling. There was a family center in Rockville Center that they set up immediately. The kids could go there. They had homework help. They had counseling. They had, other kids who were going through the same thing. And then the spouses could sit and talk also.
Right. Hey, Liz, how old were the kids on 9/11?
My daughter was 9 and my son was 6.
And how old are they now? I mean, people could do the math, but
So Amy's 30 and Chris is 28.
and Amy is doing what now?
So Amy's an associate producer. It's a subsidiary of CBS. It's called Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And it's a production company. I'm going to get it wrong. The name of it. It's called See It Now Studios.
Mm-hmm.
They do documentaries. A lot of them have to do with current events or crimes and stories. There's one about the FBI after 9/11. There's one about domestic terrorism. There's one about Ghislaine Maxwell. Serious subjects.
Yeah, yeah. So she's very successful. Pretty,
Yes.
And your son, who what is he doing?
So he's like a jack of all trades, a lot like his father. He's got a great sense of humor, and he loves studying. He studied history. He has a master's in history.
Oh.
And then he, when he graduated college, he said to me, I have something I have to tell you. There's something I've always wanted to do this since I was in 6th grade. And I thought, well, I know he's not gay, so what is he going to tell me? So he said, I want to join the Navy. And I said, oh. So after all that, after all the college he went through, he decided to join the Navy. So.
And he's happy.
I mean, it's really hard. It's very hard. I worry about him, mentally, really, because he's on a ship. He's overseas,
right,
on deployment right now. So we don't really hear from him that much unless he's in a port somewhere and he can email us or text us.
I will say one thing. My mother was married 3 times, all 3 times sailors. She loved the sailors.
She loved the sailors?
She loved the sailors. And there's nothing more impressive when you go to like Times Square.
Oh no!
And you see the sailors there, and the whites they call it, I guess.
Yep.
It's very impressive. And
well, because of COVID, we never actually got to see him graduate. We never got to see him in his uniform in person. We weren't allowed to see him. So,
all right. So at one point, you decided to get into a career after 9/11. Get back into a career. Yeah.
So when the kids were going for counseling, I had never heard of art therapy before, and then I saw them doing this with the therapists there, and they were just. The kids just were expressing themselves in any way they could. Some of the kids were building towers and knocking them down. They were taking clay and making action figures and then tearing them apart. And it was just very, very emotional, Right. So then I started looking into, how could I use my love of art to do something meaningful with my life. So I found a program in Hofstra, and I went to Hofstra. Got my master's in art therapy.
Awesome. So you're doing a lot of good work with that, but you have something special coming out that I wanted to talk about tonight. So is this your first art exhibit?
Yes, my first solo art exhibit. Yes.
Tell us a little about it.
Yeah. Where, when, what?
Yeah.
It's in a brewery, very classy.
There you go.
In Mattituck, Long Island. It's called Eastern Front Brewery. The reception is on July 9th, starting at 3 p.m. But the artwork will be there.
I plan to be there.
The artwork will be there the whole month of July. So,
right.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I'm going to try to go on July 9th. You like doing stuff like that.
We do.
That would be nice for you. So what are these paintings of? What, are there special ones in there that,
There's one behind me right now.
Let's see.
Can you see that?
Yeah, it's a little far. Keep going.
They're mostly, landscapes.
Beautiful.
I do landscapes. I do some portraits. If I travel somewhere and I like a photo that I took, I'll usually, try to.
You can do human portraits?
Yeah.
My daughter struggles with portraits.
What about the picture that we want to do on the beach with us in the bathing suits?
Maybe
Liz would do that.
Me and him together.
That would probably inspire you, right?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about it.
I want to do one where
what we can talk about it means. What does it mean?
But we have a great shot. We're talking about
do it for $5,000.
How much?
$5,000. I'll put, I'll give you a really high price.
Only 500 each.
All right. But I want to be on all fours.
To hang in a brewery.
Sitting on my back with his arms crossed like this.
Right.
Something like that would be fun.
I bet you me holding with a bunch of dogs around you.
A bunch of dogs around.
Yes, that's what we were going for.
All right.
I've been to Maine many times. So
where should we go?
Definitely go to Acadia National Park.
Acadia.
Oh, you can't stay there. That's just a place to visit.
It's a big island, and the park is part of. It's Mount Desert Island. ACADIA. Yeah.
This is a trip I'm doing with my wife, not with you. Why are you writing these notes?
Well, I won't, because we're always looking for places.
Oh, all right.
Like
I thought maybe you thought you were going.
Now, is there a nice
follow the coast all the beautiful towns
close by?
What was that?
Motel 6.
That's where they invented.
Get an Airbnb. They let you bring your dog.
Oh no.
Well, that's what we're looking at.
I never did an
Airbnb with the doggy. Everything revolves around that dog, Liz. Everything revolves around that dog. Yes, Butch.
Hey, just a little breaking news. John, reach over to your right. Put that hat on. Put that hat on. No, the other one. Oh yeah, that one's good. That one's good. Pete Alonso, grand slam.
What are you talking about? There's no game tonight.
It just posted up.
Oh, recording.
We're watching like a game from last year. What do you do?
Okay.
We have a big guest
on today.
on.
We got a guest on. They lost today. What is your biggest motivation with drawing? Is there different things that motivate you?
Oh, I've been drawing and painting since I was a child. My mother was really artistic. My My brother is, my nephew, everybody. They're, we just always had art materials around the house. So
yeah,
I took some art classes in college.
Very relaxing and therapeutic, I'm sure.
Yes, I mean, I've gotten into it more now that I have more time. But,
I babysit 2 days a week. I don't have.
I struggle with painting by numbers. I can't even do that.
Are you one of those artists like that we could find out in the park, just sitting there, wind blowing under a tree painting, or you private?
No, I sit at home. I have music playing, and usually no distraction.
Because somebody like me can walk by and go like, "Hey, what are you drawing?"
And there goes the next hour and a half.
And then goes our relaxation. Do you have a website or people can purchase your paintings?
Yeah.
So I just started putting it together. It's not quite.
You have a website where people can go
look at your work.
LizGardner.art.
Liz Gardner.
.art.
Gardner.
All right, excellent. So July 9th is the big show.
Big show.
At the Eastern Front Brewery.
At the Eastern Front Brewery.
July 9th. Go see
I
Liz
have it on my calendar. I'm warning you.
Be prepared for your big show.
Don't be surprised if I show
Sean,
up.
we don't want them to move the date. So please, he may not.
Liz, I can't thank you.
Down and lock the door.
I can't thank you enough for coming on.
Thanks, Liz.
All right, thank you.
Great.
All right, be well. Say hello to the kids.
All right, I will. Bye-bye.
Liz Gardner. She is a creative arts therapist, and she's got a big show on July 9th.
Fantastic.
Are we going to break, or are we bringing in our comic?
We're going straight in.
We can go to break.
Quickie.
All right, let's go to break, and we'll be
right
back with our comic, Curt Seablom.
Put your phone away. We're having dinner.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? What can I get you?
You guys want appetizers?
For some reason, I just got a craving for smoked meat.
Will you order something already? The menu hasn't changed. You looked at it 3 times.
I don't know what I want yet.
I wanted chicken, but I think it's blackened, so I'll have it burger.
How'd you like that cooked?
Medium.
Do you have any specials? Specials? Boss, what are specials?
What's the matter? You don't know the specials?
Look at this smoke.
What smoke?
We gotta get these dumps clean.
Nah, they're fine.
You know what? We're just gonna take our order to go, okay?
In business since 2003, MCN duct cleaning is the result of many years of research and continuing education. Realizing the need to provide a safer and cleaner environment for families on Long Island, MCN services both residential and commercial properties by cleaning dryer vents, fireplaces, HVAC systems, and so much more. This not only improves air quality, but it could also reduce your energy bills by making things run more efficiently. So, if you want to make your house or business safer and cut down on your bills in the process, give our friend Matt over at MCN a call now.
Is that steak well done?
Maybe call a little bit sooner than these guys did.
And we're back from our favorite break. We're gonna bring in our comic for the night. This gentleman out of California, he did serve our country for 2 years.
What did he do?
5 kids. Comic Curt Seablom.
There he is.
Hey guys.
California. Now you're not. Hey Curt.
Hey.
How are you?
Not bad. You guys can hear me okay, right?
Perfect.
Perfect.
You've done this before.
If you're funny, perfect. If you're not funny, we heard you too well.
Yeah, because you might be like, oh no, we'd rather not hear. Yeah.
We know each other for 24 hours. I met Curt on Facebook yesterday, I think.
Wow.
I looked at it. I said, this is a great guy. Served our country. Seems a bit around the block. He's not one of these young kids, you know?
Yeah.
So I said, let me have Curt on, and there he is.
Unbelievable how fast that could just happen.
You want to talk about any of our guests or anything that went on tonight, Curt?
There is so much to unpack. But, you know, originally I'm from outside of Boston. So I'm from the East Coast anyway.
Oh.
And I love New York. I was in New York twice last year. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, where to start? Okay, Maine.
Well, before you start, nobody's ever looked at us perform and said there's a lot to unpack. So that was an interesting
What a
statement
nice
right off the bat.
compliment.
I liked it. I don't know if that's a compliment, but I liked it.
Well, the kids segment's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. Yeah. Good. I'm sorry, Curt.
Oh, so in Maine, Bar Harbor is something everyone talks about. You got to go there for the lobster. It's Maine. It's Maine lobster.
Bar
Harbor.
Is that near Arcadia Park?
I don't know. I've never been to Arcadia Park.
Near Best Weston. Go ahead.
Yes, probably is.
Okay, good. Bar Harbor.
But also, I remember when I was a kid, we went to the whaling museum.
Yeah.
I was a little kid when there's a whaling museum out there, and I don't know why my mother took us there, but it was like, yeah, this is what people used to do. To big whales. It's like, what the heck? You know, it's you see huge ships, and the teeth were as big as me. Now, I'm not huge, but tooth that oh my god, something.
Whaling Museum, got it.
Yeah, but Maryland. If you do go to Maryland and tell your missus that it's Maine,
right?
You got to go to the Maryland Civil War Medical Museum.
It would be the Maine Civil War.
The Maine Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to talk to her as we're walking in.
The Civil War was in Maine. Don't worry, it was here.
Just watch.
Yeah, well, and why is the museum, the medical museum in Maryland or in Maine?
Yeah.
Don't know.
The Civil War Medical Museum.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we'll check it out. It's one bloody, dirty rag that they all used, right?
Yeah. It was passed along, for all the amputees.
What's going on in your life?
Well, let's see. I was laid off during 2020.
Oh, sorry.
Like a lot of people. So I just started a new job, working IT, like working on computers at a cement plant. But what's terrible with that is my old job, I was there for just under 20 years. I was this close to getting retirement benefits.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to a new job, and now I'm just desktop support, which is pretty much the person who says, did you reboot? Is your power on? That's it.
That's it. Try unplugging it.
Exactly. Is it Windows? It's so degrading. But the worst part about this job is I've got to travel. I got to be out of town 2 nights a week. So during COVID, I adopted a puppy, and she was a beautiful little puppy. Her name was Polly. It still is Polly. But she was a Jack Russell Chihuahua and Dachshund mix.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to name her Spam.
I'm kidding.
Because I think that's what's in Spam.
Spam.
But we went with Polly. She only answered to that. So, but I had to find a home for her, which broke my heart because she was my baby, I didn't want to take her to a shelter. So I ended up finding an old lady on Facebook. She just lost her pup. And she said, oh, can you bring the dog over? So I brought her over, and they fell in love right off the bat.
In Wyoming.
No, actually, this was in California. But
okay.
So they bonded, and they loved each other. And I was going to leave, and I just had to convince her that she was housebroken. And I said, listen, I'll be honest with you. There is a 75% chance that old woman's going to pee on the carpet. But just be a good puppy and listen to her. So, I miss that dog. I really do. But it's interesting. So Liz was talking about art therapy and everything. I just started doing figure drawing about three months ago. Going through a lot of stress with the new job and everything and no dog. So I started doing figure drawing, and it's really interesting because 1 week it's male, then the next time it's female, then it's nudes, then it's clothed. It's all mixed up. And so I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is different. But then 3 times in a row, they were naked guys. And I was like, what's going on here? Why? Right. I mean, on the 3rd time I walked in, I was like, I should just come back next time. But the instructor saw me, and she said, what's the matter? I said, I just drew naked guys last 2 times. I don't want to do a 3rd time. She said, well, it's figure drawing. I said, I understand, but it's just not my cup of tea, And she said, well, let me see what you're drawing. And I showed her, and she said, well, you're just drawing the groin. I said, I thought that was the centerpiece. No rash. Interesting point. No rash.
No rash.
Right.
Like Richie had.
Exactly. There was no flashing rash either. But anyway.
Right.
So I was stuck. I couldn't. She was like, look, just sit down and draw. So I got through that. But then the next time I went, it was a naked female. I said, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to sound like a creep, but I was like, okay. So I sat down, and the place was packed. All kinds of guys there. All guys. I was furious.
Wow.
I was like, where were you guys when we were drawing the naked guys?
Right.
I felt like they didn't earn this. I earned it. I had growing equity because of those 3 weeks.
Deserved this.
You deserved it. I agree.
So what happened?
I thought so too.
Did you just paint her kneecaps to be respectful?
You know what? I just gave him the cold shoulder and I drew.
All right.
Right.
Had to be respect. But
would you let me ask you, would you ever pose nude?
Me?
Like if you needed, would you pose nude?
I could probably pose for the female posing.
Do the Silence of the Lambs thing?
You'd walk in, we got a female today. You'd walk in the room and Richie would be sitting there. Gotcha. And this. What else you got going on? We got like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Rich, you remind me of that. When you did that laugh. Your joke with the change in the pockets.
Yeah.
If you saw, what was her name? Ellie Sinclair.
Yeah.
She did this.
Yeah.
What she wanted to do was go.
That's an old vaudeville joke, and I do that. I used to work at a kid's farm where I was a cowboy, and that would be one of the standard jokes.
That's funny.
Jeez.
And he was thinking, really, he was proud of himself.
Yeah.
He said 4, and very
cool.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. So what else? What else? We got like 1:50.
Oh, some of those kids were talking about loving to write. I've been doing a lot of calligraphy too to help me calm down.
Fantastic.
So you guys ever do any calligraphy?
No,
but I know I've seen it. Yeah, it's interesting.
I like the.
One of the things that occurred to me was like the monks, like they had to handwrite the Bible, in calligraphy, and it's like you mess up once, it's like, well, that's done, So I'm thinking the first time someone wrote half, they were like, and God has, I wrote half. No one will know. And then the next thing you know, his boss comes in, boss monk, whatever they're called.
Right.
He's like, hey, good work, Greg. Half? Yes. Did you think I was going to notice? How many times have you wrote this? Several. Maketh? That's maketh. All right. I have a theory. That's what happened.
Could be.
I like the theory. I think it's really
I like the theory. So if people want to find you, where you're going to be, what you're doing, look at some old stuff, where can they go?
They go to my YouTube channel. YouTube. I said YouTube. That's not a thing.
YouTube page?
What's that? Yes, I got a Facebook page. My Facebook page and my YouTube and Instagram.
YouTube.
All just Curt Seablom.
Curt with a K.
With a C.
With a C.
That's the real way to write it.
Curt, it was really a pleasure meeting you. Thank you again for your service. And thanks for coming on, and we will be in touch.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys are awesome.
Great job. Very funny. Nice meeting you, Curt.
From California. Thanking all our guests tonight, Liz.
Yes.
And Tom and Curt and Richie and Butch and
Ellie
and Avery T. There's an Avery S in the class. That's why he's Avery T. And Vincent Frank Bacciagalupe, Scungilli, Larocchia. Oh, November 5th. Right off the press is the flyer. Richie turned down the show, so he can't tell me I'm not on it. Riverhead Polish Hall. The Riverhead Polo Show, which
What
is a
fun
tent.
you're gonna have.
It's a
Oh, my
tent.
God.
The Riverhead
Yes.
Polo Show.
Yeah.
No, it's not. We're
Oh,
going to
my
be there
God.
November 5th to benefit the hall itself and Laughter Saves Lives. Richie and I are done here tonight. We're going to the Massapequa Diner.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Liz. I still see.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.